up, Inkie peeps? It's Del from Inkie Quill. Long time no see face to face. So today's video is a little bit different. It's not a demo, but it's a question I get asked about a lot. And oh, by the way, got my hair chopped off. Might have noticed that it's fairly new and I'm still getting used to it. But today I am giving you a little behind the scenes look as to the artwork that I have around our house, because I didn't realize until I thought of this video how much artwork I have around the place. And I get a lot of questions whenever I do a video where I make a like a canvas or any sort of arty project about how I store them, where I display them, that kind of thing. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a tour, and you could see lots of artworks that you've probably never seen before, some of which you may have seen in our vlog, some of which I may have made on camera. But yeah, thought I'd give you a little tour. Alrighty, let's start in the lounge room. If you watch our vlog channel, you've probably seen this guy before. So this is a wolf that I painted. I got inspiration from a piece that I found online that didn't have an artist, and it frustrated me that it wasn't credited then. So I apologize that I can't credit it now, but I kind of changed the idea a little bit, but followed the same stance that the wolf had. And this goes quite nicely in the lounge room because we've got all of Archie's books up the top here, and it kind of matches the yellow and the yellow of this giant hoop thing that we've recently put in the lounge room. So that's piece number one. Over here we have the saddest wall you ever did see. Look at that. That's not a successful gallery wall, is it? So the frustrating thing is, because we rent, we're not supposed to put holes in the wall, which means we can't hang pictures anywhere. I have tried to do a gallery wall with 3M hooks before, and it was just a disaster. So this is, I think I made a process video of this layout on Inkie Quill, and there's one awkward hook up there, and that's where it is. I don't like it up there by itself. I'm trying to sort something out, but yeah, so that's the fail for this house tour. Let's continue to some more successful pieces. So in our kitchen, I have this one, which I created in an Inkie Quill, or maybe it was a Let's Get Inkie video. Spotlight sent me a whole heap of these crepe, I think they were crepe paper. Were they crepe paper? No, they were somewhere else. I forget the brand, but they were these canvases that had the gold resist writing on them, and they were white, and you could do whatever watercolor you could to them. So that's in here. So that's Enjoy the Little Things. And then over near our stove, I have this one. Now this is, I will happily admit, it's a complete copy of another piece that I couldn't find the credit for on Pinterest. This was when I was starting to learn how to paint and how to use acrylic paint. I probably did this when I was maybe 16 or 17. I think it's one of my oldest pieces, and as you can see, it's been through 6 house moves. Yep, 6 moves, no, 5 moves, and it's been scuffed, and it's seen better days, but from a distance looks quite pretty. So there's that one there. That's one of my favorites, I think. I really want to have a go at painting some more like girls. I used to paint so much, so I should give you a bit of a history of my painting. In school, as I've said before, I was always the art nerd, and so my room, I wish I had a photo of it, I don't think I do, was just covered in canvases that I'd painted and all sorts of fun drawings that I'd done, and all sorts of things that I don't think I have many of them, if any of them, anymore. And so I was originally a painter, well, not a painter, I originally painted. I didn't do scrapbooking or art journaling or any of that. And I did an exhibition at a local store and cafe, and I needed a website to put the paintings on as well. And that's how I came up with the name Inkie Quill, because I used to do, as you'll see, I do like pop art style, kind of like pin-up girly-esque Roy Lichtenstein, who's my favorite artist of all time, and I used to do the outlines with ink, and that was way before I knew black paint pens existed, which is another reason why I want to try girls again, because they'd be so much easier than having to either use a quill and ink to very carefully outline everything, or a paintbrush. And oh, I got in many frustrated fights with my paintbrushes trying to outline things. But yeah, so that's how the name Inkie Quill came around. It wasn't for scrapbooking, it was my website for my paintings. And then when I started YouTube, Aaron set me up so that my YouTube videos went to my blog, which wasn't a blog, it just had my videos on it. And so that's why I have the YouTube name Inkie Quill. So a bit of a backstory. So these next two, you'll actually see them again soon, hopefully. These are two really large abstract, my first go at abstract, and I've watched many videos and studied it a lot more since then, and I don't like them anymore, and they're giant. They used to be in our old lounge room at our old house if you followed our vlogs, and I'm just sick of them. So I'm going to film a video for Patreon very soon about reworking them and how I'm going to make that work. I'm not going to paint them all over white and start from scratch. I'm going to work with what I've got and kind of tweak it to how I want it to be. So I'll give you a better look at these now. So here they are. This one's very crooked because Archie was playing with it this morning. He likes to playfully slap the bottom of the paintings and they like to move a little bit. But this was the first one I did, and I was just kind of playing with texture. They're very chunky with texture up here and then a little bit more texture paste here. It was the first time I think I'd used impasto gel as well. And so these, I always try to date them. You can see the bunnies ate this one as well when we had it on the floor. These were 2015, and I think the other one might have been 16. But yeah, so these need a little bit of an update. So there's some parts that I really, really love. Like for example, this one, I love that top corner with the white splatters, and don't know if it's going to come up on camera, but there's kind of like crackly bits as well. So I love the look of that, but I don't like this section here. And I don't know, that gold in the middle is a bit plopped there. So yeah, these need a bit of a redo. Then there's this random little canvas. It's in a very odd spot, but there was a nail already there. So I put it up, and it's a jack from a deck of cards. And so this is what I'm talking about. I did this one all by hand with a paintbrush, and to get those tiny, tiny thin lines was so painful. You have to have a very steady hand, and this one was made in 2011. But it's a cute little one. I think it would look far better with a lot of other maybe prints and things around it, because at the moment this is our storage for all of our board games, and so I thought it was appropriate that the jack went next to it, because in here we have millions and millions of board games. Every one of these is full with board games, so I thought it was appropriate to put the jack here, but I think he needs some friends. Then over here, sorry for maybe the brightness of my lights, but behind my desk I have my Inkie Quill that we made over here on a Patreon video in June, I want to say, late May or June, and I did the marbling technique, so that just sits behind my desk. This canvas is also going to be seen again. It needs a bit of a revamp. I filmed, no, I don't think I did film this. I think this was before Patreon, maybe? I don't know. But her eyes have always bothered me, and her mouth. She needs a bit of work done, a little bit of a facelift. And the background's very stark, so I was thinking of doing some, like a quote in the background with white paint pen, and I want to do something around the edges too. So you'll probably see her again. She's this little wolf lady fairy kind of girl. I don't know what to call her, but she's a mythical little wolf creature. So that's her. And then over here, here's a bit of a sneak peek actually, because I've rearranged my craft area once again. I am filming a video on how I'm setting up my craft area. So there's been updates. I've moved it 3 times, I think, since starting that video. So you will see that again soon. Up here, I have those little canvases that I made on a Let's Get Inky video not long ago, and they are just on canvas board. So there's no there's no hooks, there's no, I don't really know how to store them. So they just sit up here, just hanging out, and they give a little bit of brightness to what otherwise is just boring plastic containers. Then down here is a little love canvas that I made years ago. This would be, 2007, 8, something like that. And I've always wanted to do it as an art print. So you might see that as an art print at some point. Maybe in February when we have a lovey theme, I might do it then. I also have this Redheads Matches girl. Are Redheads Matches Australian, or are they everywhere? I hope they're everywhere. But it's a brand of matches, and it's a really iconic girl that's on them, and I just loved the style of her, so I tried to replicate it. And I actually made matching ones for Aaron and I. Where's the other one? I'm not quite sure where the other one is, but there's two. Oh, yes, I do. I'll show you in a moment. So this is the one that I had at my house before we moved in together. And this is the one that Aaron had at his house before we moved in together. And I put always and forever because that's our little quote that we say to each other. Aw, so cute. But I just realised there's more. I thought we were done in this foyer, entranceway, lounge room area, but there's actually more. Next to the front door is this piece that I definitely made in a video. It could have been the Inkie 12 Days of Christmas, I want to say. And it's just like a pretty mixed media piece with some bits and pieces down here. It's nice and chunky, and my gosh, it's noisy outside. So that just kind of sits in a little nook where there was already a little hook. And then behind our front door, hope this isn't too shaky, behind our front door are two more pieces that I created for that exhibition in 2011, and they're just really cool old school cassette tapes. Bit of a very different colour palette than you're probably used to with me, and that's why I thought it would be fun to show some of the paintings I did, because they're quite different to my scrapbooking, I guess you could say. On the opposite side of that wall, it's a bit hard to show. I didn't draw this, but I coloured this in for Aaron one year for, could have been birthday present or anniversary present possibly. And these colouring pages came out of a tattoo colouring book that's really cool. And I did two of them, but I don't know where the other one has gone. But this little guy just sits up here, just scanning around to see if I've missed any on my adventures. So now we're into our spare room, and there's 2, 3, 4 pieces. You've seen one, but there's 4 pieces that are just tucked away in here. So this is what you're greeted with when you open the door, and this is inspired by a Roy Lichtenstein painting that I love. I made this one in 2007, so I would have been 17 or 18, and I tweaked it a bit, but I love this style of cartoony comic book kind of girls. I absolutely love it. So if you like this kind of style, look up Roy Lichtenstein. He's a really brilliant, very well-known artist. And then over here we have our fancy red couch that badly needs a dust. And we have this one up here. This was for part of the exhibition. I think I did 4 big girls, but 2 of them have since departed. They didn't survive moving houses and got completely destroyed. It's very difficult to move art. We have a lot, and we've lost a lot of pieces in the way, but this is a play on Alice in Wonderland. And then over here is our bookcase. There's Redhead Girl up there. And then there's just this little camera that says, oh snap. I think this one would be really cute for Archie's room when he's a little bit older. I think that'd be a cute little piece for him to have. And then it's not artwork, but I've still got the photo frame from Archie's first birthday that has all of his month or week photos. I really want to put it up somewhere, but it is so heavy. I can barely even lift it one-handed, so I don't like the chances of it actually going up. It just leans against the wall for now. I'm going to show you a couple of artwork pieces that are not mine, but they're just up around the house. My bestie Karen got this for us as a don't know if it was a wedding present or a bridal shower present. It was around or an engagement present, one or the other. And I absolutely love it. It has been broken once. It got, oh, I can't even see it. That's a good sign. It fell off once at our old house and got completely broken in half, but it's just very glittery and lovely. Over here in our bathroom, I have this little, I think I got this from Target, and it was just it's a piece of glass with XO written on it. Excuse the mess on top of the drawers, but I did have, if you watched our nursery vlog from the old house, I had a gallery wall for Archie, and I haven't yet put that up because we can't put the holes in the wall, but a beautiful subscriber made this bunting for us, and so that's in here. And then another beautiful subscriber remade this little sign for us, and so they're on our wall in here, and I absolutely love them. If I was going to break the rules and put up his gallery wall, I would definitely still have both of those pieces and just move them up and integrate that sign with the other gallery wall pieces. So there's no artwork in Archie's room, which is quite surprising. I would have thought that moving into this house, Archie's room would be the room that has the artwork in it, but apparently not. And then in our bedroom, I have this little pin-up girl sailor, another one of those giant pieces that I made for the exhibition, and I just love her shoes. They're definitely like Barbie-esque type shoes, and as you can see, she's over the top of the mirror, squashed in behind the TV. She's just kind of plonked there because I don't want her to get ruined. And I think that's it. I can't wait until we own our own home and can put hooks wherever we want and just make a big old mess of the walls and change things around a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was something different to give you a little bit of the inside scoop on old Adele, and it's kind of reignited my not my passion, because that sounds so lame, but reignited my fire to paint. I have two giant canvases, so I have a really long one that I want to do as well in, I don't know exactly what I want to do with that, but I was thinking maybe some sort of like floral wildflower type thing, so we'll see if I get that done, but if I do, it'll probably be a Patreon video or a Let's Get Inkie video. We'll see how we go. But yes, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what your favorite piece was down below, and I might even, here we go, I have two canvases. One of them's really long and skinny, and I think that would suit a whole bunch of wildflowers on it. But I have another canvas. It's quite large. It's probably the same size as, well, you can see all the mess on the floor, probably the same size as this girl. And I'm going to leave it up to you guys. So let me know in the comments something that I should paint on it, and I will. I'll do it for you guys. It can be anything. You can send me a link to like a Pinterest photo or an image online that you think that I should be inspired by, but I'm leaving that one up to you. Let me know the colors or the style or what exactly you want me to do, and I will film that for you before the end of the year. It's a challenge to myself. Alright guys, I hope you have a lovely day. I'm getting back to playing around with some of the printables for you for this month now, and finishing those up so that you have them in a couple of days. Till next time, I'll see you later. Bye! One quick adage to the artwork video. I realized when I was cleaning up my desk to film my next video that I have all of my little mini art prints, and some of them are Project Life cards. I think this one possibly, or no, that one's a Project Life card, and so I just stuck them up. I'm hoping to print some of the other ones and put them up as well, but it's a nice little artsy corner here above my Rascog trolleys, and so that will be expanding in videos to come. I have to go back and print some of the older ones as well, so add a little extra spot of art in my house. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!